To find the absolute origin of the universe, the single cause of all causes, ancient yogis committed to a search stretching across billions of years, strictly controlling their own respiration just to focus their minds on the ultimate answer. If you trace reality back to its absolute zero point, standard logic suggests you should find something abstract. We expect a blinding, formless energy, a vast, empty void, or a cold mathematical equation. The Brahma Samhitha, an ancient Sanskrit text, directly subverts that expectation. It proposes that the ultimate, primeval source of reality is a specific lord named Govinda. The text places a highly specific, personal entity at the absolute center of reality. The text details Govinda's characteristics with intense intimacy. He is described as a youth with a glowing blue hue, adorned with a peacock feather, and perfectly adept at playing a flute. Instead of a sterile cosmic throne, he spends his time in a purely pastoral environment. He tends to cows in a realm constructed entirely out of spiritual gems, surrounded by millions of desire-fulfilling trees. This profile of a flute-playing youth stands in direct contrast to the role of an absolute architect capable of managing an infinite multiverse. Reconciling a cosmic creator with a cowherd requires abandoning standard assumptions about how mechanical creation works. To understand it, we have to look closely at the unique physics of divine expansion. The core of this system relies on the theological concept of inseparable potency. This is the rule that Govinda's power remains entirely whole. It never diminishes, even when infinitely distributed across creation. This diagram illustrates the extreme scale. He remains perfectly whole in his realm, while existing fully within every microscopic atom scattered throughout the material universe. By maintaining this omnipresence, he anchors the entire cosmos simultaneously without leaving home. From this atomic foundation, the power scales up. The first massive expansion of this divine potency is an entity known as Mahavishnu. Mahavishnu rests deep in the causal ocean in creative sleep. With every single breath he takes, infinite material universes are physically exhaled from his pores. This rhythmic breathing mechanism places the heaviest labor of reality on autopilot. The universes expand and contract organically, leaving the original creator entirely unburdened by administrative tasks. To manage these universes, Govinda delegates power to specific avatars. Like one original candle flame communicating its light, new identical flames are created. Because the light is identical, these avatars are equally divine, yet functionally separate from the prime cause. Pure expansion works for maintenance, but cosmic destruction is a messy process. For this, the text introduces the milk-to-curd analogy to explain the creation of the destroyer, Shiva. Think of the biological mechanism. When acid is introduced to milk, the milk transforms into curd. It is made of the exact same substance, but the energy undergoes a direct transformation to become Shiva, an altered state perfectly suited for destruction. Other cosmic administrators are generated to handle the rest. Brahma receives a reflection of divine light to regulate creation, while an external potency named Durga acts as a shadow to manage the mundane material world. By delegating the immense work of universal generation and destruction through these transformations, Govinda remains unburdened, the blissful youth playing a flute. This vertical chart maps the structural hierarchy of existence. We start at the absolute bottom with Devi Dhamma, our mundane material world governed by karma. Ascending, we move through Mahesha Dhamma and Hari Dhamma, holding progressively higher cosmic authority. Above them all sits the absolute peak, Govinda's realm, Goloka. The physics of Goloka operate on entirely different rules. In this realm, time exists but does not pass. Every spoken word is inherently a song, and every simple movement is a dance. Ascending to this highest realm is structurally impossible while tied to the lower levels. It requires a complete, permanent escape from the karmic chain that binds the mundane world. The Brahma Samhita lays out a hard limitation for making this ascent. Govinda cannot be reached by intense intellectual study, reciting the Vedas, or through heavy physical work. The text identifies a singular requirement for entering this ultimate reality: bhakti, pure, unalloyed devotion. The Brahma Samhita concludes that the personal nature of the Absolute is visible only to those whose vision is tinged with the salve of love.